I sliced the dome off my Maglite LED, and now it throws 20% farther. Look how much tighter this hot spot is. It's like half the size, way more intense, more throw. But you can ruin your LED if you do it wrong. Hi, my name is Matt Smith. I'm the owner of Lumencraft. I've been building and testing flashlights for 17 years. De-doming your LED Maglite is pretty straightforward as long as you avoid certain pitfalls. These are the tools you're going to need to do it. Need hemostats or needle nose pliers, a T8 Torx wrench, a piece of plastic tubing like PVC, and a hammer. Start by removing the bezel. The head will just slide down, collar spins off. Got to take that boot out. Pliers, hemos, just pulls off. And then that button, to get in there, we need a T8 Torx wrench. A lot of times the shaft on these will not be narrow enough, so you have to file or grind or sand them down. We sell one on the website that fits without any grinding. Just stick your Torx right straight into that hole, crack that loose, just give it a spin. You don't have to get crazy. The switch is not just going to fall out the bottom. And what you want to do is with your wrench inserted in there, you want to kind of lift up on it and angle it like that, and I'll show you why in a second. Once that's done, the reason is this switch is two pieces, and what we were doing is causing the two pieces to shift. Next, if you want to get the heatsink out, we're going to take our piece of PVC and stick it over the top of that switch tower. Just hit that PVC once good to knock it out of the bottom. One thing to keep in mind is this will change the color of your LED. It'll get noticeably warmer and the beam will be a little bit less smooth. So be sure to watch all of the beam shots before you try this. Here's where we need to be really careful. We're going to take our razor and slice off the dome of the LED. Be very careful not to slice too close to the LED chip, because you could cut the electrical wires or damage the chip itself. Too little taken off is better than too much. You can go back and cut more. This side is about perfect. That's really about what you want. Over here I cut a little too close, but I didn't nick any of the bond wires, so I think we're good. Now clean the LED with some rubbing alcohol to get rid of any oil or debris from the razor. Do not use other solvents because they can damage the remaining silicone on the LED. To reinstall the heatsink, just drop it back in there. It won't be all the way in though. I just take the negative into the battery. I put the battery in backwards and use it as a hammer, and that got it tapped all the way up in there. Since this is two pieces, if you put these pieces together, they'll hold, but then the switch is too fat to slide back up in there, so you need to just scoot this up and then slide it back up in there. And same thing, put it in there backwards and just give that a couple of taps. Tighten the Torx. I like to run my Maglites on a 26650 with this body sleeve. It doesn't affect the output, it just gives me a lightweight rechargeable battery. Let's go test these bad boys. Okay, first factory ML300LX. Takes up roughly the whole edges of that building from edge to edge. Now the modified ML300LX. Bam! Look how much closer in the center, how much smaller that hot spot is. A lot tighter beam and more throw. this affects color if you de-dome. This is the factory, and in this light I see kind of blues and some yellows, and the blending is actually better in real life than what this shows on the camera, but it's about a 6000 K color temperature. If you de-dome, it will change this color to a warmer temperature like this. It's a much more yellowy gold, not quite as yellowy as what this looks on camera, but I can't adjust it any better than that. And the other thing is the color blending is not going to be as good. You get that spot in the center, and then out here you get this very yellowy, some people call it egg yolk. Some people even say like they can see some green in this. To get some data on what we accomplished, I set up my light meter with a cardboard tube painted Musso black on the inside. This way I can do A/B tests during the day. It's not perfectly accurate, but it is consistent for A/B tests like this. The factory Maglite ML300LX gave me a beam distance of 402 meters. The de-domed version gave me a beam distance of 483 meters. That's a 20.14% increase. If you try this for yourself, let me know what kind of an increase you see.